Aloha, it's Dave Lawrence. How are you? Mahalo for tuning in. Today we're speaking with a cat who is headed to town for a pair of area dates. One is on Maui, November 21st at the MAC, and then here in Honolulu, November 19th at Kaka'aka Waterfront Park. Both are on sale now. He's a fun musician with a lot of fans in the islands, and it's a pleasure to welcome from the band Sublime, whose present-day incarnation is Sublime with Rome, bassist Eric Wilson. Aloha and mahalo, brother Eric. Thanks for taking some time.
Aloha. How's it going?
It's good, dude. What's going on? Where are you at today?
I'm in Mead, California. We're recording a demo right now. Like just 3 songs, and we're gonna be going back like in October to record a full album. Or no, not in October. Around December.
Are you on some kind of speakerphone, brother?
No.
All right. Wow. We just have the most terrible signal. I'll try to finesse it the best I can on this end. So, and now this is going to be the first time that you guys have done something with Rome, huh?
Yeah. Recording-wise, yeah.
Describe what led to the February of 2009 return of the Sublime brand and having Rome in the band.
Really, I just ran into him at a studio in Costa Mesa and jammed with him a couple times, and I thought of getting him. Actually, our manager, he was working with a band at the studio, and he saw what Ron had too, and he called me and talked to him, and then we thought I'd call him Bud. Bud was down to do it, so we went out to Nevada and jammed with him, and it turned out really good.
What do you think it was that made him stick out, in a sense, to be the guy to choose?
Well, we weren't really looking for anybody, for one thing. It was just the way he carries himself, and it was just like he's got, he's definitely the man for the job.
Say that again?
He's definitely the man for the job, Like we weren't holding auditions or nothing. I just happened to jam with him, and I just knew, like, just like how when I first jammed with Brad, I wanted to jam with him.
Right. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. And when was the last time that you gigged out here?
Oh shit, that must have been for the last time at Sublime.
Well, either or with Long Beach Dub All-Stars, just in general, that you were out here performing.
Oh, with Short Bus, I was out there about probably 4 years ago.
Was that gig that was in, like, the parking lot of the Hard Rock or something?
No, I think it was since then. We played at some place that was outside of Waikiki, I believe.
Right.
House, like club.
Okay, and that was the last time that you think you were gigging here?
Yeah.
You guys have had a Long Island connection, like the sound of your band and people here have always sort of, it's gelled, and I'm always curious, talk about it from your perspective, how you think you made such a strong connection here in Honolulu.
Well, I think definitely the Jamaican reggae music, kind of has the island thing going, and just really like all the bands that influenced us are bands that would play in like the action sports like type of shows or whatever, Bad Brains and whatnot, and ever since we started making a little name for ourselves, the surf companies in California would all let us have free clothes and stuff, and put our songs on their videos, and you guys would get those videos, when they came out, like Volcom or whatever else, Black Flies,
Right.
that kind of stuff.
That's interesting. Well, that's it. So you've drawn a real connection. So that's one of the ways that it came through, like the surf gear and the surf companies picking it up. It sort of proliferated the band.
Yeah, totally. And we played the trade shows a lot, like parties for the surf trade shows down in San Diego, and yeah, like they had a lot to do with us getting popular. Was all those companies that started hiring us to play gigs and stuff like that, their parties or whatever.
Interesting, and it's become really a part of your identity everywhere you go, and so that's one of the logical reasons that you guys would have that kind of thing. Do you have any kind of either most easy to recall or something that you like to recall about having played here?
Shit, I like the whole thing. All the people are really nice and cool to bands, and especially us, and we always have a great time over there. I usually go hang out at my friends over on the North Shore in the country, just chill over there.
Talk about that a little. That's very cool. What do you do up on the North Shore? Who do you know up on the North Shore? Hello? Oh, I think we lost you.
Oh, can you hear me?
Oh, there you go. I hear you. Can you hear me? All right, yeah, it seemed like we lost. It's like we're talking through outer space, brother. If you heard the signal on my end, you'd be like, oh, you wouldn't believe it. So I guess I was asking you, I think that's cool that you have a connection here on Oahu on the North Shore. If you could just kind of talk about that a little, where up there and what kind of stuff you do.
Oh, just my friend owns a kite shop in Haleiwa, and the name's Kevin Sin. He goes by Top Hat. He's always worn a top hat for 20 years since I've known him. So he's like this little dude with the top hat, and he's always out there on the kites and stuff. But we go over to his house, and when we first met him, he invited us to come stay at his dad's place, like in backyards, like the mansion or something. And so once we met him there, we've been friends ever since. Just cruise over and stay over there. Got a nice place. You got a nice place right under Elvis's place in Hawaii. What is it? Waimea Bay. I think it's up above Waimea.
Nice. And what's his name again?
Top Hat.
And the other name he had, you said his full name.
Oh, Kevin Sin. But yeah, everybody knows him by Top Hat. And
I know, but because it's NPR and it's a local and it's a good thing. Spell out his last name. You said it, Kevin. What?
Sin. It's S-E-N.
S-E-N, as in Sam Energy New. Yeah.
Huh?
I'm trying to get the letters because the signal is that tricky. It's Sen. You said the guy's name, like Sen as in senator. S-E-N.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. No, just so I can, if I have to write it into a story with this, because that's kind of cool that you have a friend here up there. And what's the name of his place up there again?
I can't remember the name of his shop. It's been so long since I've been there now. It's in Haleiwa. It's like probably the only kite shop there, the kite surfing shop.
It's very cool. No, I'll do some homework. I'll try to figure it out. That's nice that you have a connection like that in the islands. And certainly, I think that there's another connection that I was fascinated by. I don't know if I've ever even heard about it other than just reading a little. And it is between the core of the group, you and Bud. And that is, I've read that your dad was an influence on Bud in terms of music. And I was hoping you could kind of elaborate on that.
Well, when Bud moved to Long Beach, he moved across the alley from me, and we became friends right away. And he was in 7th grade, and my dad was giving drum lessons at the time. So he took Buddy as a student and taught him how to play drums. So yeah, a big influence.
And was that what led to you guys being friends, or were you already friends?
No, I met him first, and then I met him like the day he moved in across the alley from me when I was like 13 or something, 10 or something like that. And yeah, he wasn't doing that good in school, and his dad wouldn't stop paying for a drum lesson. And my dad saw that he had talent, so he kept teaching him for free. So I thought that was pretty cool.
That's extremely cool, and very, very both generous of your dad, and look how everything turned out. And is it your dad? How long? What's his history with playing drums?
Oh man, I'd be on the phone for hours. He was in the band, big band era, and during the Depression, he was going around the world on a cruise ship, and during the war, he was in the Coast Guard bands, and then he just made a living all his life. Like when he was raising me, when I was a kid, he joined the Long Beach Municipal Band, which is a city band. They got paid by the city, and he retired with a pension from that. So that was like a pretty smart move. So
That was a very smart move.
If you ever want to hear my dad, he plays on Evans Chains on the bongos. He's playing the bongos on that. He studied like Latin jazz for like 15 years or something. So he taught me like some of that stuff.
Is he really what brought, I mean, when the world thinks of the gift that you've brought us by the way of all your music through the years, is your father really also responsible for getting you so into music? It seems like the answer is yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he's a critical influence in Sublime, really?
Uh-huh.
That's unusual, when you think of a lot of bands. He not only taught your drummer how to play, he got you into music. I think that's a real testament to your survival. What does he think about the renaissance of the group?
Oh, my dad passed away years ago.
Oh, that's tough. Sorry to hear that.
He was older. When I was born, he was almost 60 years old.
What a cool thing he got to do, huh? Traveling the world like that. What an amazing story.
Yeah, for sure.
And what a thing. You just followed in his steps, I think. What'd you say?
He got me a trumpet for my
Oh, I lost your signal right as you were telling a good story too. Can you hear me, brother?
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. Okay, still go back to he got you a trumpet.
Yeah, because he said that drums are too much to carry around.
And the lessons that somebody like that would learn, no doubt, man. I think that's really cool. That's just an amazing story. And when you think about, as we wrap this up, when you think about the loss of Brad, are there lessons to be learned from his loss? If you want to share anything that you've picked up or observed that has made an impact on your life that you think is valuable.
Well, all I could say is it's just like anybody would say it. I mean, I hope just don't fuck with heroin, Because everybody I know that is either dead or they're dead to me. I'm not really friends with them anymore. So, yeah.
So that would be it, really. Just don't mess with heroin. No other insights, really, I guess, in terms of just nothing all these years later. It's been 14 years. Is there any other layer to your professionalism or your survival as a musician? I mean, beyond that, which I see as very valuable advice, and I appreciate you giving it, but any other professional observations that you've made, like, to go on that might be useful?
Not really. I'm just glad to be alive.
That's cool, brother. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. We're looking forward to having you out here, and I appreciate you taking some time to speak with me. A long, long time ago, dude. You were doing the tour right after Date Rape got big. I was working in Boston. You, the entire band, you came and you played live in the studio. And I produced it. It's a great memory. You guys were very resistant to have to play at this gigantic corporate rock station, but we were super nice to you, and in the end, we seemed to win all three of you over. It was 1995. I got great memories of it. WBCN in Boston. I don't know if you'd remember.
I remember that.
You do?
Yeah.
Legendary station with Oedipus was the PD.
We did like Minor Threat or something.
Say that again?
We do like a song. Didn't we do some songs on the air?
Yeah, you guys had a full setup, all three of you. You had the whole band, all your equipment, everything in the studio.
Yeah.
And it was this pretty big air studio compared to most radio stations. I mean, I'm not any expert on how big radio stations are, but the ones that I've been in, that room was pretty damn big. We had the whole band, the drums, the bass, everything.
Yeah. Did you guys play it like at like 5 o'clock when people are driving home or something?
Exactly, my brother. It was Mark Perreno as the DJ. I was the producer. It was 5 in the afternoon. You came in, we set all your gear up, and then when you sound checked, I mean, the whole deal, it was like you did like a little concert right in the air studio.
Yeah, we did a Minor Threat song that I remember. We're Just a Minor Threat, I think. I know it was a Minor Threat song, but it was out of the ordinary.
Yeah, you did. You dug deep, and I remember you did. I just remember it was your first real. You guys were coming from a real indie kind of thing, and we were a big corporate kind of rock station at CBS, and I just sensed this like resistance from you guys to be there and have to do this kind of junk that you have to do sometimes. And we knew that, and we were really super nice to you because we were stoked that you were there. And I just remember by the end, it seemed to have rubbed off because all you guys were really cool when you cruised, and I just had the best time. It's cool that you remember it, man.
Yeah, man. I remember all the good times.
So that was a good time.
Yeah.
Nice. That's solid. Well, I give you a high five, and I hope that your recording goes good, and when you're in town, maybe we'll be able to get together, do a quick interview or something.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Hi, this is Eric Wilson. You know me from Sublime, and now Sublime with Rome. You're tuned to the only show that matters with my friend Dave Lawrence.